Alright, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be hitting up shoulders. Now, it's going to be a slightly different workout, shoulder workout from normal. I had a really horrible night's sleep last night, to the point where I wasn't even going to come out and train today. I feel that just completely shattered. So I do. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a shoulder session essentially for maintenance. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just pick one exercise for each of the major muscle groups. So we'll do shrugs, we'll do barbell face pulls, we'll do lateral raises, and we'll do Viking presses. So we're hitting all the sort of muscle groups that we would normally hit. We're just going to be taking out some of the sort of the extra stuff, the extra rear delt work, as it were. The other thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going quite substantially later than I have been, which, I mean, I think the last couple of shoulder workouts now I've hit personal bests on. So we're going to really dial it back. And we're going to be at least 20 kilos lighter on the shrugs and on the Viking press from my personal best. I'm not quite going to a deload, in the deload mode. It'll be about 20 kilos heavier than what a deload would be at. So yeah, we're just really what I'm going to do is just dial back the intensity. Now, you might be asking yourself, because I did a couple of videos, I think 3 videos or 4 videos a while back now, about using high intensity training to extend the mesocycle and how you can use that to sort of, you reduce your overall volume but keep the intensity really high, and that way you don't accumulate just as much fatigue in the short term. You might be asking yourself, well, why are you not doing that? The reason's fairly straightforward. I don't want to risk injury. You have to remember that today I'm tired. I'm not super fatigued, but I'm really tired. And you'll notice that the difference between fatigue and tiredness, if you're wondering, is that whenever you're tired, you tend to become clumsy, right? Because it's your brain that's tired. Where when you're fatigued, it's your muscles. You feel physically exhausted. It's your muscles that are tired. But you can essentially fire the muscles at will, even though they're exhausted. Whenever you're tired, you become clumsy. You fire your muscles. Not your coordination goes. You can tell that I'm tired just by the way I'm talking here. So you can. It's funny. Yeah, your coordination tends to go whenever you're like mentally tired, because you haven't had a good night's sleep or whatever. And as a result of that, you don't want to be lifting super heavy and have that, whenever you have a big heavy weight in your hand, have that be the time whenever your muscles decide to do something that you don't want them to do. That's an easy way to end up with an injury. So I don't want to be going super heavy and risk that. Now, the likelihood of it happening is fairly small, so it is, which is why I'm training at all. But it is there. The risk of injury is there. Even though I'm going to be using a lighter weight, there's still going to be a sort of risk of injury there. Anyway, with all that said, let's get to it. All right, well, that's going to do it for shoulders. I'm happy I came out today and actually did a bit. It was so easy whenever you're not feeling up to it, just to say, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to take a day off. So I'm glad that I came out and I did something. Like I've said before in videos, doing something's better than doing nothing. And I've come out and I've done something. So I know I've done at least enough. And the weights I used they weren't heavy at all, but they were heavy enough to be challenging, to challenge the muscle. So that's really, whenever you're training for maintenance, that's all you want. You know, you essentially have to do very little to maintain. So you do, and I felt like I did that today. By the end of each of the sets, I felt that, you know, the muscle was challenged. It was tired and was struggling with the last few reps in each of the sets. So that's essentially all that we're looking for. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. If you've enjoyed the video, feed the anabolic algorithm with comments, shares, likes and subscribes, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.